I didn't like Charlie Kirk either, but I'm not about to sit here and say that I hope he died. I ain't gonna wish death on nobody. And I'm conservative, but I still disagree with Charlie Kirk on a lot. But at the end of the day, I don't think his children deserve to grow up without a father. I don't think his wife deserved to lose her husband that way. I will say this: all of that public debate stuff is over with now. All that shit over with. Let's look at Myron Gaines.
Guys, I need all of you, if you're watching right now, I need everybody to pray for Charlie. I see there's a couple Twitter spaces. I'm going to go into one of them so you guys could hear real-time updates. I just saw the footage not too long ago.
You know what Myron Gaines is thinking about? He is thinking about, yeah, my live debates that I do on campuses is done. So I don't know if y'all know this, but people like Myron, Charlie Kirk, I don't know if Ben Shapiro does it. There's a few other, people who are on the conservative side who do these live debate, conversations and shows where basically they do exactly what Charlie Kirk did. They'll have people come up and they'll talk on the mic and they'll debate them. And that's what Myron is thinking about right now. I'm not doing that no more because now your life is going to be on the line at this point. So you have to protect yourself. So although I think people should have their opinions, I think people should believe what they want to believe, you can't expect people not to react. So having a freedom of an opinion does not mean that you get freedom of consequence. Now, consequence may not be the correct term because like I said, people can have whatever opinion that they want to have, but that don't mean people ain't going to look at you as the enemy. People are going to look at you as the enemy. People look at me as the enemy. Now, my platform is nowhere bigger than theirs, but people are going to look at you as the enemy depending on the things that you say and you don't say. So you got to be smart about what you do. I'm sure he has security, but I don't think that they was secure enough. He's Charlie Kirk. He's not Donald Trump. So I don't think they would have had like some type of thing where that would have stopped a bullet. I mean, he's not that popular. He's popular, but he's not that popular.
I'm just going to join this thing right quick for you guys.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm the chairman of the College Republicans of America. I had 5 students working the event with Charlie. The latest updates we're getting from those students, one whose friend is at the hospital and one who's a state rep in Utah, have both said that Charlie has passed. And that is unconfirmed by the news. This is just the word on the ground.
Can I ask quickly, who confirmed that?
One of my students who is near the hospital and one who is a state rep from Utah.
So yeah, he's dead. Imagine if something like this happened to Tariq Nasheed. You know what Myron will be doing? Myron will be laughing his ass off. Myron would be laughing his ass off. Myron would be laughing his ass off. So this is for anybody, man. Y'all need to be safe when y'all out here.
Guys, I just opened up my phone. I'm getting messages from people that I haven't talked to in forever saying, yo, you gotta move different.
I told y'all. What did I tell y'all? This is the only thing that Myron care about. I told y'all. All of that debate stuff is done. It's over with. It's over with. I told y'all. I said this I said this like an hour ago, 2 hours ago.
Wow. Yeah, I guess I was moving reckless a bit. You guys have my word. I promise you guys. And I got to be a little bit honest here too with this. I've been reckless. I've been very reckless with a lot of the shit that I do, right? I used to work in law enforcement. I think no one can touch me, right?
Think about it. I just want y'all to think about this real quick. Myron Gaines is now starting to be non-reckless because a white dude shot another white dude. And this is the same person who speaks about black people killing black people all day long and how black people are the enemies and how black people are violent and black people are degenerate and black people are the negative ones and black people are despicable. You were moving recklessly when you knew all of that was, I guess, in your mindset. But the white guy shooting the white guy now made you start to think about your survival and your future. Think about that. Think about that. I just want y'all to think about that for a second. Take out everything else. It took a white guy shooting another white guy And you're the same person who sits on the internet all day and talks about how degenerate black people are and how we all just shoot each other all day. And we don't do anything but just walk around, sag our pants, and shoot each other. That's all we do all day. We're not intelligent. We just go around and shoot people all day. All black people do is just go around and just shoot everybody. That's all we do. We just shooting everybody. So you didn't have all the safety hazards and looking around. And you was meeting black people in person. Think about that. I really want y'all to think about that. You were debating black people in person. These are the same people that you have so much fear of. But a white guy shooting a white guy, now that's what made you think, okay, I need to start being safe. Where was all the safety when everybody that was black was an enemy? Think about that shit. That is the craziest thing in the world to me. That is the craziest thing in the world to me. That don't make no sense to me.
There's a lot of times where I don't even hire security. I just go out there dolo and just do it, right? Whether it's doing the street debates or whatever. And a lot of you send me messages. A lot of you guys send me DMs saying, yo, Myron, you need security. Myron, you need security, bro. I'm volunteering to be your security. You know, you need to protect yourself, blah, blah, blah. I promise you guys, I'll start taking my safety more seriously.
Why you didn't take it seriously before? I thought black people was just these violent animals. I thought we was all monkeys. What happened to the monkey sounds? What happened to all of that? I thought we were these violent, low IQ, degenerate animals who didn't have any decorum, and we were these crazy people who had a low impulse control, and we cannot make rational decisions about us not taking somebody's life. All black people do all day. We don't go to work. We don't take care of our children. We don't have jobs. We don't read. We don't do anything. We just shoot everybody. That's all black people do, is just shoot everybody. Why were you not so, where was your antennas? If you black, you know what I'm talking about. Nigga, where was your antennas before the white man shot the other white man? What happened to all of that, Myron? That is my question. I think it's the craziest irony thing that you like. It's just wild. Charlie Kirk, last words in his life was gun violence, or gang violence. That was the last word that this man said in his life, was gang violence. That's the last thing he said in his life, was gang violence. And it took Myron Gaines to see another white man get shot by another white man, and his whole entire platform has been just to shit on black people all day about how violent we are. And it took it took Charlie Kirk to lose his life and get shot in the neck by another white man for you to now think about your survival and think about what can happen to you out in public. This is the craziest, most fucking illogical point, the most ironic thing ever, my nigga. This is insane to me. It's wild.
I promise y'all I will do that. Because I gotta admit that I have been reckless, and given the fact that like me and Charlie do pretty much the same thing when it comes to these college debates, you know, and doing street debates, I will take my safety more seriously, guys, and hire security and all that. It just goes to show.
Security ain't gonna help you against a sniper, nigga. You don't know about hiring security. You need to sit your ass in that motherfucking box you in and stay your ass over there and tuck your shit in there. I don't know about all that security. You wilding with all that. I don't know about that, my guy.
You know how precious life is. You could be talking to someone one day, right? Making plans like tomorrow's promised. And then in an instant, it could be taken away.
And let's not sit here and act like people didn't put themselves out there. I said again, and I said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think he should have lost his life. I don't think he should have got shot. But let's not sit here and act like you didn't play a part in it with the stuff that you say on the internet. You literally bait people all day to get a reaction out of them. And I'm not talking about Myron. I'm talking about Charlie Kirk. Again, I didn't want Charlie Kirk to die. I wish he would have survived. I wish he would have. I hate that he went out like that. I hate that he got shot for his opinion. But at the end of the day, let's not sit here and act like he was just some random bystander walking down the street and somebody just shot him in the head. Nah, that's not what happened. You're someone who puts your radical opinions out there. You can't expect everybody to think shit. You can't think everybody's sweet. And just so happened that white boy wasn't sweet. And he hemmed you up. So, but one thing about Myron and other people like him, he's not about to say anything about the radical white man that shoots people. He is going to make it, this is going to make all these people just go harder on black people and how degenerate we are. That's all this is going to do. That's why I don't care. People tell me, I believe everything these motherfuckers say. Somebody told me they was going to kill me earlier. I believe you. I ain't going to put it on YouTube. If you know, you know. My shit be everywhere and ready to go. And this ain't the only one I got. I got shit way bigger than this. So I'm already ready to go, and I'm always ready to go. I'm on live, nigga, and anything can happen. I got mom right here, my dog right here laying down sleep. I'm ready to go for anything. I believe everything when they tell me they gonna kill me. Cool. Cool. I'm prepared for it. I don't even sleep without my shit right next to me. And I would advise everybody to do that. Be ready. And if anybody want to kill me, just know you better come prepared, because I'm prepared. Always. I don't leave my house without. When I walk my dog, nigga, when I take a shower, it's in the bathroom with me. I don't play. I leave my door locked. I leave the room locked, the room door locked. I leave the bathroom door locked. And my shit is in the shower with me, sitting right there. So if something pop off, I'm ready to go. And I got cameras around this motherfucker. So trust me, I'm going to see you before you see me. Try me if you want to. And I live in the middle of nowhere. So you can't run. And that's not a threat to nobody. I'm not a threatening person. I'm not a killer. I'm not none of that. But I'm going to protect myself, and I'm going to protect everything that I got. So trust me. If you see me out somewhere, trust me, I'm ready. And I always got my motherfucking head on a swivel. I don't even see my back to the door. All I do is look around all day. You would think I was fucking crazy as hell and schizophrenic and had all type of bullshit going on in my head, nigga. I look everywhere. Everybody's a threat to me. I don't fucking know you. I don't give a fuck if you black, white, green, blonde. I don't give a fuck if you a 90-year-old old lady. You better not walk behind me because, bitch, I'm looking. I'm ready and I'm prepared. And I hope everybody is too.
Tariq Nasheed, man. Charlie Kirk goes around to campuses talking about how violent black people are. His social media timeline goes on about how violent black people are. And in the middle of a speech discussing black gang violence, Charlie gets shot by a white man. And this is precisely why people like Tariq Nasheed are fucking scumbags, man. The fucking scumbags, dude. The man literally just got fucking shot. And you're going to say some stupid shit about this. You fucking piece of shit, bro. You can't even exercise an ounce of fucking compassion for somebody as they're going through the worst fucking moment in their life. And you're dumb monkey ass over here fucking saying this type of shit. You fucking piece of shit, dude. You fucking piece of shit, man. It's called fucking humanity, man. I would have wished this on my fucking worst enemy.
Man, stop talking, Myron. If this happened to Tariq Nasheed, you wouldn't give a fuck. You would be saying the same exact shit. You're the last person to be speaking. At least I'm being hunted about it. Myron, stop the bullshit, because if Tariq Nasheed got shot, if any of these people that you disagree with got shot in the head or shot in the neck like that, you wouldn't give two fucks about it. You'd be making a fucking video laughing about it. You'd be doing a dance. You have been the person that, if you want to talk about sympathy and empathy, your whole entire platform is just shitting on black people all day. That's all your entire platform is. So you're the last person to be talking about. It's about compassion, man. It's about love, man. It's about respect, man. We gotta love each other, man. You're the last person to be talking about that. You're the last person to be talking about that. You don't give a fuck about that. If it's somebody black, you don't give a damn. I'm really somebody who can be compassionate about it, because even though I disagree with that man politically, right, on maybe half of his stuff, I can still have some type of empathy as a man and say I don't think he should have died like that in front of his wife and motherfucking kids. I think that was terrible that he lost his life like that. But you're the last person to say that. You can't say that. I can. Because I don't even talk like the way that you talk. So I don't want to hear none of that. You're the last person to be talking about empathy and feeling sorry about having compassion. Bullshit. Because if Tariq got shot, you wouldn't give a damn about him. You wouldn't give a damn about his family or his wife or his children or anything across the board. Bullshit. You're the last person to be talking. Last person to be fucking talking. You don't give a damn about anybody as long as they agree with you politically. That's all you give a fuck about. Bullshit.
You fucking piece of shit, man. It's called fucking humanity, man.
It's called fucking humanity, man. You're the last person to be talking about humanity.
I would have wished this on my fucking worst enemy. Fucking-credible, man. Wow. Fucking-credible, dude. I guarantee you if the roles were reversed and something happened to Tariq and Charlie found out about it, he would offer his condolences. He would say, I'm praying for Tariq Nasheed. I guarantee you Charlie would exercise 10 times the fucking compassion this fucking piece of shit is exercising right now.
Charlie might. You definitely wouldn't. I don't even think Charlie would, but I damn sure don't think you would. You're the last. I would bet Charlie would before you would. You damn sure wouldn't do it.
If Tariq got shot and Charlie heard about this, he would pray for him because he's a Christian. I know he would. This fucking scumbag is over here saying this stupid shit. Dude, it is incredible to me how people cannot exercise compassion to someone that has a family, children, Who gives a fuck about his political beliefs? The guy's a fucking human being, man.
You, Myron, you're the main one. If anybody like this that disagree with you politically, this happened to, that you had this feeling towards, you would not care about the fact that they die like that. You would not care. You wouldn't care whatsoever. You would make a joke about it and you would make it a funny thing. You wouldn't give a fuck. You're the biggest fucking hypocrite on the internet, Myron Gaines. You're a Maru photo. You're the biggest hypocrite on the internet. You wouldn't give a damn if something like this happened to Tariq.
Man, at the end of the day, he's done far more good for humanity than any of these fucking pieces of shit.
Man, get out of here. That's why I like, come on, man. What you won't see on the internet, though, what I will say about the situation is you won't see any of these. And again, y'all know I'm a conservative. Y'all know this. Everybody knows this by now. Everybody knows that I'm a conservative. My problem with the conservatives, though, is that they only bring up race when it's black. One thing that you won't see after this situation is they won't talk about the radical white men who shoot up schools and do things like this senseless act. They literally shot the fucking president. That man's race, when he shot the president, was not mentioned. This man's race, when he just shot Charlie Kirk on a college campus with a bunch of college students around, his race will not be mentioned. You know what's going to happen? They're going to talk about the political party and the political side in which that man identifies as. That's what they're going to talk about. They're not going to talk about anything else. And that's my issue with the Republican Party. And that's why I don't consider myself a Republican. I like to say I'm more conservative because I lean conservative on my views. I lean right. But that's what I mean about it. They like to pick and choose when they want to play the race card. That's my issue, and that's the stuff that I can't get in line with. That's the stuff I can't get in line with. And it's the same people who claim that black people have this victim mentality, and y'all know me, I'll talk about this all the day, that I'm the furthest person from a victim mentality. But and I actually agree with, I think too many people in general have a victim mentality, but they do the same exact thing that they complain about. Everything is the victim when it comes to black people, when it comes to them. And I'm not talking about all white people. I'm talking about the types that they are. All right. I'm not talking about all white people. I'm not even talking about all white conservatives. I'm talking about ones like Charlie Kirk and ones who, operate like Charlie Kirk. They only like to bring up race when it's beneficial. So if they're the victim, oh, it's a hate crime. It's because the person was black and it was white and I'm being oppressed. But if the victim is themselves, even though we know that the majority of white men, gangs, murders, rapings, killings, the majority of white people die by the hands of other white people, they never bring up race. That's the contradiction and the lack of that. That's the lack of keeping your logic across the board that I disagree with. And a lot of conservatives don't like me because of that. And that's why a lot of them, they watch my content, but I agree with this black guy on a lot of stuff. And then we get to talking about race and they start to disagree because I'm not doing anything relative to being and y'all know me, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. I don't pick a side just because I see somebody that's black or see somebody that's white or see somebody that's whatever. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I just called out that my last video was me talking about that Ukrainian girl that got stabbed on that bus, and I called that man out for everything that he did. I said he should have been in jail. They need to behead that man publicly. They did do everything to that man because that man shouldn't have ever been out of jail, and that woman did not deserve to lose her life. And fuck everybody on that fucking bus who didn't try to come there and help her. And well, actually, they lied and said that the people in the back didn't. It was actually a black man that tried to pull her up and try to help her. Two black men, actually. The problem, the point that I'm trying to make is that's why I'm not the anti-Daniels of the world. I'm not the Hodge twins of the world. I'm not one of those type of conservatives who hate my own race for the acceptance of white approval and white money and white validation. And too many white people are not smart enough to see that. That's the thing that I have an issue with, and I will never ever be on that side. But I'm saying this and I'm calling this out right now. I guarantee you, once more information starts to come out, they are not going to mention this man's race. Can you imagine if a black man shot Charlie Kirk in the fucking neck? Can you imagine after what just happened yesterday? Well, not just what happened yesterday, but it happened a couple days ago, actually. But it started going viral yesterday with that woman that got stabbed on the bus or on the train by that black man. Can you imagine if if a black man just shot Charlie Kirk? Can you imagine the uproar and the race stuff that was going to get mentioned if it was the other way around? Can you fucking imagine? Can you imagine if the person who shot Trump was black? Can you imagine? That's the disingenuousness, what I cannot get with the conservatives. Even though I'm conservative, this is what we're always going to disagree on that because it's the beneficial of picking and choosing when he wanted to be race. I want him to survive just because I want him to survive, right? I don't think that he should die because of his views, because we live in America and we live in a free country, and America is the greatest country in the world. And my ancestors fought for this country, and my ancestors fought for us to have the freedoms that we have. If it wasn't for Black Americans, all of these things that we are able to live by, the Constitution and all of these laws and policies and the freedom that we have would not exist unless it was Black Americans fighting for this country. So that's why I go so hard. But with that being the case, we can't pick and choose when we want people to have their opinions. I could disagree with you 100% on one side, and you could disagree 100% on the other side. Regardless of the fact, we are both allowed to have our views because America is the greatest country in the world, and we allow that. But I want him to survive as well because I want to see what his rhetoric is. I want to see what he's going to say. I'm curious to see if his tone is going to change, which is probably not going to change. What I think is going to probably happen is if he does survive, and he's more than likely going to just turn it to the Democrats. Oh, it's the Democrats. It's the Democrats. Come on, man. Let's not do that. Like I said earlier, I don't think that a lot of these public debate things are going to continue to happen. I don't think you're ever going to see Myron Gaines at another show. Myron Gaines is not going to do another one of those debate things. And actually, I told myself like the bigger that I got, that I was going to do that, and not no more.
I don't know if it's just me, you guys, but
Hey man, look, man.
is everybody else taking this hard? I can't even go in the house like with my family. Like we had our own crisis. Like,
Is this not the fakest ass tears you've ever seen in your life? Do you all see these fake ass tears from this man?
I don't know if it's just me, you guys, but is everybody else taking this hard? I can't even go in the house like with my family. Like we had our own crisis. Like I am taking this hard because Charlie represents he represents so much to the conservative movement.
No, he don't. He represents stuff to men who aren't men and don't have their own opinion. Let me explain something to y'all. Let me just explain something to all the 275 people that are watching my live right now. I am not a part of a conservative movement. I speak for Ant CEO. I say this all the time. I am a foundational Black American, and I'm a conservative. I do not speak for foundational Black Americans. I do not speak for conservatives. I do not speak for the conservative movement. Okay? I speak for myself, who just so happens to be a YouTuber, who just so happens to, be more on the conservative side. And that's it. That's it. So when you have people like this who speak in a collective, like he was just so important to the conservative movement. What is the conservative movement? Because a movement is usually a collective of people who all agree with each other. And that is usually an echo chamber of people who are not actually that intelligent. I don't have to be in the top of a group with nobody, man. I stand alone by my damn self. And I would advise everybody in here that's watching me right now, please, 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 please have your own opinions. Stop looking at other people to create your opinions for you. You can look at other people to, get enlightenment. You can look at other people to get a different perspective. But please, my dog over here farting and shit. This nigga stinks, man. Oh my goodness, you stink. He sleep too. He sleep and farting. Please understand. Golly, that is terrible. That shit smells radioactive. My damn dog, bro. Yeah, nigga, I'm talking about you. Wake your black ass up. Stank ass. Please make your own opinions. The point that I'm making is make your own opinions. That's it. Make your own damn opinions. Is it even worth it to brand yourself as a Black conservative when Black conservatives coon so much? Well, no, Black conservatives actually don't coon so much, bro. The problem is the Black conservatives who are popular coon so much. So I'm not about to not like classify myself as that because of the thing of a few. The thing is, bro, that there needs to be more voices like myself. You know what I'm saying? There needs to be more voices like myself. A Black conservative is not a person that hates Black people. They just so happen to be that way because they're the most popular, and that's what the masses of the people push. So I don't look at myself as. That's why I just said I'm not a part of the collective. You know what I'm saying? Because by that logic, you can use that logic with anything. You could say people can have that logic with anything. Well, you're a man, but men do a lot of negative stuff to people. So you really want to call yourself a man? Like, you can use that logic for anything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm still that, but just because the popular people do that, the people who have the biggest following, they hate black women, they don't even date black women, they hate black people, that doesn't mean I do that, because I don't do that. And I pride myself on not being that way, because I've never been that way, because I wasn't raised that way. So I still am gonna say that I'm that, but I'm not about to because that being a conservative doesn't mean you hate black people. They started to do that. That doesn't mean you hate black people. There's no definition of that. What do you feed your dog? I feed the nigga the dude food he always be eating, but the nigga be farting sometimes. He farting, be snoring and pooping like a grown ass man. But let's continue to watch this video. But please, y'all, make your own opinions. Stop trying to be a part of the collective with everything, you know, because you're not going to agree with everybody on everything. You know, there is a thing where it comes to being on code for the collective as far, and I think the best way you can be on code as a black American is raise your damn kids. That's the best way you could be on code. Raise your damn kids to be good people. Raise your kids to be intelligent, to have morals, get married. You know what I'm saying? To a worthy woman. Woman, get married to your worthy man and listen to your man. Follow your man. Men, lead your woman. Lead her righteously. Do right by your family and your children. We don't need a damn black leader. There should be no damn black leader. The leader should be these men in these households. Too many of these men are looking up to other men, these content creators, to make a decision for their damn self. You know what I'm saying? So that's the point that I'm trying to make. There should be no one person in charge. You take charge of your family, you take charge of your own life, and you take charge of what you want to do. But it needs to be done in the right way. So that's the code. The code is the leader. And the code is black American men and women need to be taking care of their households and taking care of their families and changing the culture. That's the code to me. You don't got to be no damn internet fucking guru, fake ass political person. That shit don't need to be nobody that you need to be radical around. Because if it really was somebody that was really going to do something, they going to kill their ass anyway. But let's watch this. Let's keep watching this.
There's not a person they could have took from us that is more important besides maybe Trump or somebody like that. But that's how important
nigga
that man is and has been. Just the way he died, you know, doing what he loves, getting shot. For what? For what? What did he do? This is supposed to be America.
The problem is you wouldn't have this rhetoric if it was towards somebody that you disagree with. That is the delusion that these people have. That's my only issue. You would not have this rhetoric if it was to somebody that you disagree with. If it was somebody on the left that got shot in their fucking neck in front of their children in a group of thousands of people, you wouldn't be on the internet crying about it. The only reason that these people are in outrage is because they agree with him politically. That is the only reason that the majority of these people are in outrage. You agree with him politically. That's it. That's all. If the roles was reversed, you would be laughing and putting it and fucking doing a celebration because somebody that you disagree with politically died. That's the real problem. That's the real thing from all of this stuff. These people don't really give a fuck that somebody got shot. They give a fuck that somebody that they agree with got shot. They pick and choose when they want to use their own value system. So this is all bullshit. This is all for the internet. And if you really gave a fuck, trust me, you wouldn't be on the internet making a damn video. You would be sitting around actually sad. Come on now. Come on. Fuck out of here. I wish somebody that I really care near and dear about got shot and died in a tragic way, and the first thing I'm gonna do is, I just feel like man, fuck out of here.
This is not America. This is not the America I grew up in. It's not. The left has turned this into a scary place for people like me and others that just love our country, right? We're doing the best we can to love God, and Charlie was a man of God, man. The AmFest.
Everything is the left, the left, the left, the left, the left. Oh my goodness, man. Everything is just blaming the political side. That is like, bro, oh my goodness.
He cannot be replaced, and they know this. That's why they came after him. That's why he picked Charlie. It's hard for me. I mean, I've never met him. That's how you know when you've impacted the world. When your death makes people who never met you break down like you're your best, like we were sat at the table together. It's a devastating day.
Fake ass tears, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. The Most High is working and niggas are scared. Nigga, what is you talking about? Here these Hebrew Israelite niggas go. Shut y'all up. Shut the fuck up. Talking about somebody soft. You ain't never did nothing to nobody. Shut the fuck up. You ain't never did nothing to nobody, nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You ain't never did nothing to nobody. I hate niggas like you. This is my issue with some of you, some of you niggas. You old niggas. So I'm the bad guy because I don't want to see another man get killed because I understand that that man got a wife and family. So I'm the bad guy because I don't want to see him get shot on public in front of his family, in front of his children, in front of thousands of people. I'm the bad guy because I think he should survive. But y'all are so pro-black and y'all so pro this and pro that. Why y'all don't go out and shoot a bunch of white people? It be the same niggas just like you that sit around and talk all day. You ain't never went out and did nothing to nobody white. But you want somebody else to do it. But you so pro the most high this, the most high that. But why you ain't go out and shoot no white people? Why you didn't do it, nigga? That's my question to you, nigga. Why didn't you go out and shoot a bunch of white people? Make it make sense. Get the fuck out of here. So all you motherfuckers that's like, oh, you saw this wrong with your nigga. Y'all blah, 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 blah. Why you ain't going out and doing nothing then? You're at work right now. You're filing taxes. Shut the fuck up. You aren't a radical. You ain't going outside and doing nothing to nobody. You taking care of your kids and you're a law-abiding citizen. Sit your motherfucking ass down and stop this, oh, I gotta wait for some. If you really cared about it and you was as radical as you say you are, you would go out there and do something, motherfucker. But you ain't doing shit. You sitting around watching me. You ain't doing shit. George Zimmerman still walking around this motherfucker and you niggas ain't did a motherfucking thing. You niggas ain't did shit. You ain't did nothing to nobody. But you want a person to die because they just happen to be white and you disagree with them politically. You disagree with their stances on who you are as a person, but you ain't did nothing to Daniel Penny. You ain't did nothing to all these other people who y'all claim are just, they did something, and they actually did something to somebody black. Get the bullshit up out of here. You a grown ass man. You ain't did shit to nobody. Fuck you niggas. Anyway, as I was saying.
Yo, what's the word? Peace,
How you doing?
peace.
Likewise.
I just gotta say, bro, you cooking these motherfuckers, man. We can curse on here, right?
You damn right you can curse.
I bet for sure. Yeah, you cooking these motherfuckers. I gotta appreciate it because there's a lot of weak niggas out here, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And they have like a feminine mindset because they live their world through the eyes of a woman, you know what I'm saying? Their mom especially. So when you hear these cats like Last Caller talking about, oh, you sound like every black conservative. How about you listen to his content for at least 5 videos to understand the full breadth? You know, like, but that's just how motherfuckers are, man. And like with the Tariq Dick Riders, I fuck with Tariq heavy, but I don't agree everything, you feel me? So that's just a man thing. And really what we need to do as men is have more decorum and more masculinity. Like niggas need an injection, 3 cc's of testosterone, man, stat. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
This shit crazy. But on the Charlie Kirk thing, because I ain't gonna hold you too long, gang. With Homeboy, I doubt that they're gonna call that out what it really is, which is white on white crime. Yeah. They use us to project all their ills because most of them, especially the anti-black, the anti-FBA cats, they are what we call cluster B. They're narcissistic. And so they have to use us as an external locus of control. It's not my fault, it's his fault, right? Mm-hmm. Even though they got all this stuff going on in their community. So all it really does is just sink their own community because they can't change their ways. They're looking at us all the time, you know, all the damn time. So really what we got to do is black folks, just peep, distance, and observe. That's all we got to do. We ain't got to do no death threats and none of that stuff. We could just sit back and look.
Yeah.
You know?
And the thing is, I'm a YouTuber, so it is my obligation, and for my content, it's my obligation to give y'all the news. So people expect me to get on my YouTube platform and say, go kill Whitey. That's what people want me to do. And it's so funny. Is it Zahar? I don't want to say your name incorrectly. Is it Zahar?
Nah, this is some troll shit. Yeah.
Okay.
You can say Zahar. You can say Shango. It's whatever.
Okay, Shango. All right. I'm going to just say Shango.
You good.
And when I say people, I'm not talking about the majority of my subscribers. The majority of my subscribers are pretty intellectual. I can see from the comments that they say that the majority of my subscribers, even though they don't agree with everything that I say, they're pretty rational on the things that they say. But you have a couple people, you have a couple men, like you just said, the modern day men who are very soft and feminine and think in the eyes of a woman, and that shouldn't be as a man. So what they want me to go and do on my YouTube channel is talk about kill Whitey all day. Go kill Whitey. Go out there and kill white people. And it's so crazy because these same men that want me to do that won't be the ones doing anything. If that was even my rhetoric, which it's not. I don't think anybody should die because they have a political opinion. America is a country that gives us the freedom, and my ancestors fought for this freedom. Your ancestors fought for this freedom. Our ancestors fought for this freedom for us to do everything that we're doing now. For me to sit on this platform and talk and say what I want to say, for you to sit on this platform and talk to me and say what you want to say, for you to have that nice room that you in. I see the microphone, I see the light. You got a plan in there. You got some stuff going on in there. So for us to be able to do this, our ancestors made a way and paved the way for us to do it. So one thing I won't do is shit on the freedoms that we have as a country. So regardless if a person is white, I'm not going to say you should die because me and you disagree politically. I don't care what your political belief is. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I have my own way of feeling. So should I die? Should they feel the same way that I should die because they disagree with me? No. So at the end of the day, I'm looking at it like so that's not what I believe, but it's like I said, these dudes want me, it's a subset, it's not the majority, but some of these guys want me to just go talk about kill whitey all day, but they ain't never did nothing to no white. Every time I see a white person, hey, how you doing, sir? How you doing? What's going on? How you doing? Are you feeling good? Okay. So miss me with the whole radical black stuff because you aren't on the front lines doing anything. You're at work. You picking up your kids from school, as you should. So they can miss me with the whole radical stuff because they'll never be on the front lines doing anything, ever. So
ever.
You know.
No, you 100% right, big dog, because what they do is they want you to go out and crash out.
Exactly.
And risk your life and lose your money and lose your family and all that shit. It's like, nah, we ain't doing that, bro.
So I can be a martyr for you? I gotta go be a martyr for you? Like, come on, man. Stop it.
And that's part of our problem. We're looking for a savior, man. Each one teach one. Each man has to be a savior, man, in his own family. That spreads to a brotherhood, and that brotherhood creates a community. That's how this shit's gonna get solved. 100%. So, you know, with these dudes, man, trying to get dudes to crash out, man, because I used to be in that pro-black shit before I learned about all the, you know, the pitfalls of the Pan-African and all that shit. Yeah. So I realize now a lot of that was trying to get the young brothers with energy to crash the fuck out. And there's a lot of old niggas, too. You right on that 100%. It's a lot of old failure niggas, olders. They're not elders, they're olders, you know, lame motherfuckers. And they do it to the women, too, teaching them that monogender, masculine stuff and all that. It's all just old motherfuckers who can't let go of the past and their failures and shit, bring it up on us, bro. That shit has to end. So keep doing what you're doing, bro. I ain't gonna hold you too long, gang.
Man, I appreciate you, Shango, man. I appreciate you coming up.
Shout out to Shango. Peace.
Likewise.
No doubt.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Hey, brother.
What's going on? What's on your mind?
Everything you talk about right now, actually, I agree with you 100%.
Okay, what do you agree with?
So you spoke on just because someone have an opinion doesn't mean that they need to be killed.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair. Because we all have our own opinions. But I guess my message would be mainly to our people. It would be spirits, they don't discriminate. Only people discriminate. So it didn't matter if it was a white man or a black man. If it was evil, that evil would have done what evil do. So as far as our people in this race war, we supposed to be, how could I say, leaders. We supposed to be, how could I say, of much higher stature compared to any other race on earth. And until we can understand that, we're going to always think that we can compare ourselves and justify evil. So that's what I wanted to say to our own people. Of course, in every other race, because again, it don't matter to me what race you are, but I understand I'm a melanin woman. Yeah. And so to speak to my own people will only be right.
Right.
First and foremost.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I agree with you.
Yeah, and that's my whole thing. I know, and again, it's like, for first, I think Twitter is a cesspool of not the majority. The whole race war talk, first of all, I don't think it will ever be a race war. I think there will be a civil war against the people in the government before there's ever actual race war, because I just think we're way too integrated. But exactly, I don't think my issue is not that people have the opinions that they have. The issue is just like, it's a lot of the contradictions that people have. So no, I don't think Charlie Kirk should die because he has an opinion. I don't think Al Sharpton should die because he has an opinion. I don't think Jesse Jackson should die. I don't think Obama should die. I don't think people should die because they have an opinion, because again, we live in America, and America is the country where people can have freedom of speech. So you actually be going against this, supposedly, but you would actually be going against this very same thing, which gives you the freedom to say exactly what you're saying. So at that point, it would be a
Yes.
contradiction in and of itself. So
Yes.
although I disagree with Charlie Kirk on something, I actually agree with him on some things, but I disagree with him on most of the stuff that he says about black people, because he only speaks to
Right.
us as a negative. He only speaks on black women as a negative.
Right.
I don't think he should die. I think that we need to,
No.
you know, I think that we too intelligent of a people to even be on that, you know. And the problem is too, Rosie, the people that saying that he should die is the same people that never go kill him. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's my thing. It's like George Zimmerman's out here, but like, you know what I'm saying?
For those stature of people, as far as where their mindset is, as far as maturity goes, they're just basically feeding into the whole race thing. That's the whole thing. Like you
Yeah.
said, if it was the roles reversed, if it was a black guy who did it, it is almost like, you know, how could I say? It's almost like you just said, if it was a black guy, nobody's going to go and do it, but until a white guy do it, then they get behind it.
Yeah,
Yes, they're
exactly.
feeding into the race war. Yes,
Exactly.
and I want to play that game because at the end of the day, well, let's just say we all going to have to, you know, face some type of scenario where we're going to have to choose if it's a white or a black person. You're done. You're done because at that point you don't have a chance.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know,
obviously I would go
going
with
off of-
my own people, but I would never try to push that, because as a community, we're not even fucking prepared, if we're going to be honest. That's what people don't like to talk
we're
about.
not. And that's exactly what you mentioned earlier, and you was 100% correct, like you said. And I'm not just sitting up here agreeing with you because, like you said, when you agree with everything somebody say, at that point they become your idol. That's facts.
Yeah.
So there are things that you have to discern within your own self to say, okay, that was cool, but I don't agree with that. So that depends on who you are and what you
Right.
believe in. But like you said earlier, you had mentioned something about I'm sorry, I just got off a topic.
That's all good.
But yeah, but you was basically talking about how it comes down to our own people. I'm sorry, could you take me back to what we just literally just saying? Because
What were you
I
talking
just
about
got
when I was
thrown off.
speaking about like the sovereignty, and I was talking about how these people was like so pro-black, but then they go to a white man's job that hired them, their boss is white. They get their food from a white
Thank
person.
you.
Like
That's facts.
if you so
Okay.
pro your own, then why do
Okay.
you like you live in a house that's like, if you really do that,
Yes.
then go live in your
I'm
own
not
little area.
laughing at my people because
No, I know. It's not the
they're not
majority.
there.
It's only a sector. Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so it just comes down to this whole like let's ban Target, let's boycott this store, boycott that store, and it's like we ain't got no store, so what we gonna do?
And the thing is, if you're gonna boycott Target, then you gotta boycott the clothes that you wear. You gotta boycott that iPhone that you got because you think them people ain't racist too. So it's like the contradictions is insane. These people just is lunatics. So
it just goes to show you how much more we need to really just stop talking, because a lot of us, we're not really talking about the things that we need to talk about that's gonna help us. We just talking about what the world is talking about, and we try to make it seem like we know what we're talking about. And obviously the world is in chaos and everybody's confused. So we just need to just stand on the truth. That's what we need to do. And I'll just leave it there.
Okay. I appreciate you coming up, Rosie. And I just want to say, I love that natural beauty that you have. You are a beautiful black woman. And I appreciate your beauty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're very handsome yourself.
I appreciate you,
Rosie. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I got you.
You have a good day.
Likewise, Rosie.
Well, Trump just confirmed it. Charlie Kirk wasn't alive today. He has spent his whole career talking about Black American violence, and his whole career trashing us and trying to make us seem like we're this terrible group of people.
And we're so terrible, but you ain't seen a black person not shoot and kill none of these people.
And we just need so much reformation, and they're so much better than
Hell no, Trump ain't gonna post a killer. I doubt it.
Us. And he used to do statistic after statistic, tearing us down.
By the way, that 1360 argument has been debunked. I've debunked it multiple times. And it's not a true stat. I didn't agree with Charlie completely on a few issues, but these leftists are sick to treat him like this. Yeah, like I said, I don't think he should have died. I don't think he should have got shot at all. I disagree with him, but I think it's terrible that he got killed. But again, when you have these strong opinions, you have to be prepared for the backlash that is gonna come with it. I'm prepared for it, and I'm a nobody compared to him as far as my name. I got 2,000 followers on fucking Twitter. I have like 600 followers on fucking Instagram. Well, that's because my Instagram was deleted, was not demonetized, but it was Meta took my Instagram down at 5,000 followers. But and my YouTube is only at 18,000. I ain't gonna say only because that's a big number. Most people on YouTube don't get that, but I got 18,000 subscribers on YouTube. But I'm nowhere near. I'm minuscule compared to that. But you have to be prepared. As a man, you have to be prepared. You have to be. I take everything serious. I take everything serious. I don't play when it comes to my life. You're not taking me out this motherfucker without you feeling this motherfucker too. And it just is what it is. But he did that to himself. Like, you got to be prepared out here. You can't expect shit to be sweet. So this is a wake-up call for all these motherfuckers. You better watch what the fuck you talking about. This goes for Nick Fuentes. This goes for Myron Gaines. This went for Charlie Kirk. This goes for Matt Walsh. This goes for a lot of these people. It's all jokes and games. That Hermes dude, it's all jokes and games. As degenerate and as violent as these people say that black people ain't killed none of these motherfuckers. None of them. Most of these people that talk about us all day are not even experiencing life around black people on a day-to-day basis. They're not. They're seeing viral videos on Twitter and then twisting it to make it seem like the black person is the ones that are doing all these things when the majority of the crime that happened against white people is against other white people. But they have convinced themselves through the Twitter algorithm, and I blame Twitter more than anything because it's the Twitter algorithm that has made these things exist, to think that black people are the ones that are doing all of these things to these people. Man, it's insane to me. It's really insane. It's insane.
Statistic after statistic talking about how, how we were like this and we were like this. And ironically, he was unalived by his own people. Can you people leave us alone now? Leave us alone. You have your own problems, just like every culture has its problems. You have your own problems. You have your own problems, and you have a lot of them. A lot. Leave us alone. Go take care of your home. Clean up your mess first. One of your people who spent his whole career trashing us was unalived by you.
Yep.
Leave us alone. Go clean up your house first. Stop worrying about what's going on in our backyard. We know we have some stuff to clean up, but the problem is you keep thinking your disgusting house that's full of maggots and disgusting things does not need to be cleaned up. Go clean up your nasty house.
Made up new age term that I can't stand the word empathy. Actually, I think empathy is a made up new age term that does a lot of damage, but I can't.
Boy, the irony.
Stop! Stop! Stop, folks! Stop! Back up! Amy, go!
So, although Charlie Kirk got shot today, there was a stabbing yesterday. Don't let any of this make you miss out on this information right here or this unfortunate news right here.
And I'm surprised because her narrative, I'm disgusted. Dacara Thompson's life, I guess it didn't matter to Black Lives Matter. And I'm surprised because her narrative, you mean to tell me that her narrative didn't fit theirs? After all, she wasn't murdered by a black person. She was murdered by an illegal. Okay? An illegal that unalived her.
So if you don't know who Dacara Thompson is, this was a 19-year-old black girl who was killed by an illegal immigrant at a gas station. I don't know the state that it happened in. This happened a few days ago, and this has not been going viral. And all of these pages that's been posting this stuff about the woman that got stabbed on that train and the guy or Charlie Kirk that got shot today. Nobody is talking about the situation with this black girl because it doesn't fit the narrative. She got stabbed by an illegal immigrant.
World. Once again, the Democrats show the whole world how they.
And it's not just the Democrats. I'm not trying to make it to where it's a Democrat versus Republican thing. It's not just the Democrats. This is two sides of the same coin when it comes to things that happen when it comes to us. These things are never put on the forefront. So I want to give attention to this because I got 400 people or 300 people, almost 300 people in here right now. And I want to give attention to this because I think it's important. And we're going to look up more of that Charlie Kirk stuff, but I think this needs to be put out there as well.
Once again, the Democrats show the whole world how they are not the party for black folks, how they are some of the biggest hypocrites. And
I don't think it's a Democrat thing. I think this is a media thing in general.
How they are not the party for the working class citizens in the United States of America. Let's just look at the case of this 19-year-old black woman from Maryland who goes by the name of Dacara Thompson. She had been missing for 2 weeks. Her body was just found on the side of the road after she was unalived by an illegal immigrant who goes by the name of Hugo Hernandez Mendez. He had been arrested for a DUI and they knew he was in the United States illegally and they still released him. And now you know what the Democrats told us? They said that the illegal immigrants don't commit crimes. We don't have to worry about that. They just here to do work. That's what they told us. They got mad at Donald Trump when he wanted to bring back Remain in Mexico. Well, do you know why he wanted to bring back Remain in Mexico? Because a person like Hugo Hernandez Mendez, who's arrested after he's in the United States illegally, is able to be released back into the United States population and go commit a violent crime and unalive an innocent American. Where's the outrage? Where's Black Lives Matter? They should be calling out the Democrats because this is their policy. The Republicans didn't want that. Everybody tried to make it an issue because they felt like, oh, everybody only brought the attention about the illegal immigrants when they unalived Laken Riley because she was a white woman. Or what about this black woman, this black American woman who had her life taken from her by an illegal immigrant that's only in the United States because of Democratic policies? I need an answer for that. I need Black Lives Matter to start questioning what's going on because it doesn't make sense to let them stay here and commit these crimes and then tell us they don't commit crimes. All they do is go to work and we shouldn't be worried about illegal immigrants in our country.
100% right. Only thing I disagree with is him just trying to make it a political Democrat. It's the Republicans too, because the Republicans ain't posting none of this shit. So these same people that you're trying to cape for, well, I'm not gonna say cape because I think that's a strong word because he may actually believe what he said. But these same people that you're going to bat for, I would say, which is the Republican side, none of these Republican pages, none of these right wingers posted anything about this woman. Or no, I won't say nobody because I think a couple of them did, but the majority of them did not. The same pages that's posting about Charlie Kirk right now, the same pages that's posting about that girl that got stabbed on that train right now, are not posting about this 19-year-old black girl that got killed by a fucking illegal immigrant. And it's the same, people that they expect black people to just be aligned with. So I agree with him on that sense of the Democratic Party, but he also needs to call out the Republican side because the Republicans gonna call this shit out either. So it's two sides of the same coin. Don't try to make it seem like it's just the Republican and the Democrat. It's just Republican. No. Or it's just Democrat. I'm sorry. No, it's both. They don't ever put attention to these black girls. So I'm gonna use my platform to give attention to it. And if y'all don't know her name was Dacara Thompson. Google her, hashtag her name, tweet it out. If it's a GoFundMe, make sure it's a real GoFundMe and try to help her family, try to do anything because all this attention that's going on, this needs to be brought the same outrage we have for Charlie Kirk and that white girl that got stabbed yesterday need to be the same outrage for this woman right here. So that's why I'm giving attention to it because we not finna do none of that because none of these motherfucking other conservative pages talking about this shit. I'm gonna talk about it though.
Walking towards.
Here it is right here.
Shows her parking her car on Jasmine Terrace, getting out and walking towards Riggs Road. Friday, new court documents revealing that she apparently continued walking toward University Boulevard and is then seen on surveillance cameras talking to the driver of a black GMC Yukon XL Denali, getting in on the passenger side and leaving. Police say cell phone records show she remained in that car until they arrived to Cambridge Road in Bowie. It's there where police believe she was killed by a man named Hugo Hernandez Mendez in the early morning hours of August 23rd.
We believe the murder occurred in the home on Cambridge Drive in Hernandez's bedroom.
Investigators believe he then took her body the same morning to Route 50 between Route 424 and Route 97 and threw her over the bridge above South River. It was more than a week later, around 5 p.m. on August 31st, that police would find her body. They had responded to the bridge for a disabled vehicle and happened to see her about 30 feet below the bridge on the river embankment.
Wow.
That area is probably about 7 miles away from the murder location, but a good distance away from where she went missing. So we are thankful that the Maryland State Police had the ability to locate that body based on that call for service.
These degenerate illegal immigrants bring that same degenerate culture over here to America that they do in their fucking shitty ass homelands.
In Maryland announced an arrest in the disturbing new details today as police in Maryland announced an arrest in the disappearance and murder of 19-year-old Dacara Thompson. The suspect, a man in the U.S. illegally who was in federal custody.
By the way, this page right here, Unlimited L's, this is the only political page on the right that I've ever seen that has posted this. I have not seen this Dacara Thompson story from any other page on the right. Any other one. He's the only one that posted this shit. This dude right here, he's the only one that posted this shit. Nobody else posted this shit. So it's no outrage on the shit because it's a 19-year-old black girl. Nobody gives a fuck about black women when it comes to them when it comes to things like this. It doesn't fit the narrative.
Disturbing new details today as police in Maryland announced an arrest in the disappearance and murder of 19-year-old Dacara Thompson. The suspect, a man in the U.S. illegally who was in federal custody earlier this year. Let's get right out to Fox 5's Bob Barnard live in Bowie, where police say Dacara was killed. Bob?
That's right, Shamari. Behind me is the house where Prince George's County police say Dacara Thompson was murdered. It's a yellow ranch-style house here on Cambridge Drive in Bowie. The authorities say the suspect lived here with other relatives.
It has really shaken us up. We've never had anything like this happen in our neighborhood.
The suspect
is she smiling for?
Is 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez, now facing first and second-degree murder charges, said to be from Guatemala and in the country illegally. Police say Hernandez Mendez murdered Dacara Thompson inside his bedroom in this house. Investigators not saying how she was killed or what happened inside the home leading up to her murder. The 19-year-old Thompson was last seen alive August 22nd, walking away from her car near a gas station in Lanham, apparently leaving everything but her cell phone in the car. Her family reporting Dacara missing the next day. Her body was found Sunday in a grassy area along Route 50 near Annapolis, taken and left there, police say, by suspect Hernandez Mendez. Prince George's County and Maryland State Police today telling us they had other surveillance video from the time of her disappearance showing Dacara willingly getting into a dark SUV. Police say they were able to trace that vehicle to the suspect. Investigators not sure what that was all about, what the relationship between the two may have been.
Oh, no. Oh, that is so distressing. You know, when I saw the homicide truck, I said, oh, I hope nobody's dead in there.
Had you been following the case of this missing girl? Had you been aware of that?
I had been, because I said it's a young African-American woman, wondering why it was getting so much attention, and then hearing that the body may be hers.
Hugo Hernandez Mendez is being held without bail, has a bond hearing Monday. Prince George's County officials say Hernandez Mendez had been arrested by U.S. Park Police for a DUI in April, but he was released from federal custody.
Well, I think that the U.S. Government has made status of individuals relevant. This was someone who was in their custody, and they made the decision to release him. So I think the questions should be asked of the Justice Department.
Now, we have reached out to the Department of Justice. We're waiting to hear back from them, and we have spoken to Dakara's family today, but they said they didn't want to speak publicly about today's developments.
I wouldn't want to either. I don't know why the lady keeps fucking smiling, but this is just another example of why I think the America needs to be tougher on crime. I think America needs to be fully tougher on crime, like way harsher on crime. I don't think we need to go as far as like Dubai, like sentencing people for 25 years for a blunt. But I think America needs to be way tougher on crime, like way tougher. And I think that's the only way that you're able to handle situations like this, because you have to have some type of law and order, and you have to be stern on it. You have to show people better than you can tell them, because the crime and stuff like this and all these illegals and doing it, like, man, this is ridiculous, man. America is just like, I don't even know what to say. Now, I don't know if that girl, I don't know if they had relations. I don't know. I can't imagine, because they said that she willingly got into the car. I can't imagine a 19-year-old black girl getting in the car and trying to, have a relationship with a 35-year-old fucking, what does he say? What does he say he was, Venezuelan or whatever he was from?
Shows her
Guatemalan, I think.
Her car on Jasmine Terrace getting out.
Hold on.
Shows her parking her car on Jasmine Terrace, getting out and walking towards Riggs Road. Friday, new court documents revealing that she apparently continued walking toward University Boulevard and is then seen on surveillance cameras talking to the driver of a black GMC Yukon XL Denali.
So yeah, I don't know if they had relations, but even if they did or if they didn't, it doesn't matter. Nothing should have happened to this woman, even if they did, because technically she's a legal adult, so she can do what she want to do when it comes to that. But it shouldn't matter. Stuff like that shouldn't happen. And these people come over here with their degenerate culture, and they do these things, and it's just like whatever. And people just feel as though it's like they don't even give a fuck because they're so used to doing it in their homelands, and they think they could do the same shit over here. They think they could bring that energy over here to America. Someone says she could have been catfished. Maybe VV. They said it's a video of her willingly getting into the car. They're not showing it though, so I don't know. Her friends said, no way did she. Friends think she was trying to buy weed and he pulled a gun. That makes more sense. Because this don't even look right. Come on, a 19-year-old black girl. Come on now. Come on now. Get in the car with him. That's probably exactly what happened. He probably threatened her life. So she had no fucking choice. I couldn't imagine what was going through that girl's head, man.
Disturbing new details today as police in Maryland.
Rachel Morin, now Dacara Thompson. 2 years apart, 2 young women murdered by illegal immigrants who our state knew were in the country.
I want y'all to look at these views. 4,000.
Maryland announced
89. 26,000. 53,000. 30,000. These videos are not getting any attention on social media. Why? We know why. Because it's a young black woman.
Thompson. 2 years apart, 2 young women murdered by illegal immigrants who our state knew were in the country illegally and had been picked up before, but yet we're still free to commit these heinous acts. When is enough going to be enough? Republican senators like me have called for an end to sanctuary state policies. Governor Moore, we need an end to sanctuary policies in Maryland. Enough is enough.
This shit is crazy, man.
Of a home. There are about 6 armed men in the backyard of a home right next to UVU campus. Apparently they are looking for another suspect. Maybe another suspect has not been apprehended, and they're actively searching. I'm at a home that is probably about right next to UVU. So
yes, they're still there. They're huddled together.
Are you talking to Bruce?
With,
they're looking for someone.
We're all at the windows.
Okay.
So what I'm seeing is the guy that they said that shot that white old guy. I'm saying that's not. They saying that that's the guy. I guess that's not the guy. I guess he was an accessory or something, but that's not the guy.
Do we need to let them know that we? Well, there's more of them right there.
I don't know.
Okay.
This is Phil's staff.
Oh my goodness, he's coming right here. Okay. Oh, move away from the windows.
We're going to be here for a couple hours. Get comfortable. Bring the best libs that Utah has to offer.
Damn, you can see him running. Look at this. Look at this. He shot him. You can see him running. Y'all look at this. Look at this shit. You can see him running. If you look closely, you can see him running. Yep, you can see him scatting across the roof. He was gone. Wow.
in custody after we identified that he did not match the shooting suspect and was not an accurate person of interest. However, he has been booked into the county jail by Utah Valley University Police Department for obstruction of justice. We do still have an active investigation for the person of interest. This incident occurred with a large crowd around. There was one shot fired and one victim. While the suspect is at large, we believe this was a targeted attack towards one individual. This is a tragic moment in our state and in our country. As we heal, we encourage everyone who is struggling with news of the incident to call 988, our state mental health crisis line. In addition to that, our partners with the FBI will also be discussing other ways we can communicate through the public for tips and other information. Thank you.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the FBI, we extend our sincerest condolences to the family and friends of Charlie Kirk. Our thoughts are also with the people who witnessed this traumatic event. We know that what you experienced was very difficult. Our thoughts are with you as well. As soon as we heard about the shooting, special agents and personnel from the Salt Lake field office responded immediately. We have full resources devoted to this investigation, including tactical, operational, investigative, and intelligence. To be clear, the FBI will fully support and co-lead this investigation alongside with our partners. We are working on setting up a digital media tip line, and as soon as it's established, we'll get that information out to everyone. I know there's a lot of questions. This is very much an active case, and this investigation is in its early stages. We are following all the leads and all the evidence. If anyone has any information, please report it to the FBI or local law enforcement. Thank you.
On behalf of President Tumenez, who we've been communicating with, and she's on her way back right now, I say that on behalf of Utah Valley University, we are shocked and saddened by the tragic passing of Charlie Kirk. We express our sincere condolences to the Kirk family. We grieve with our students, faculty, and staff who bore witness to this unspeakable tragedy. He was invited by the student group Turning Point USA to speak on our campus. We firmly believe that UVU is a place to share ideas and to debate openly and respectfully. Any attempt to infringe on those rights has no place here. We do not condone any form of violence at UVU and seek to make our campus a safe place for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this dark and tragic occasion. I want to thank our law enforcement officers who are leading this investigation, starting with Chief Long and his response here with the UVU Police Department. We're grateful for your leadership and your team. And again, to the speakers that you've just heard from who are co-leading this investigation. I also want to recognize Sheriff Mike Smith.
Okay, real quick, I just got an interesting email from somebody. Very interesting email from somebody. Somebody said, I'm gonna read out what this email says. Hey yo, Aunt, check out the guy in the white cap. Looks like to me, or I could just be tripping, but he gave a green light. Go type signal right before the shot. Okay, we're gonna go back to the actual shooting because I'm curious to what this person is talking about.
Right. So do you know how many transgender Americans?
So he said the person in the white hat, you better not be on no bullshit. Whoever just emailed me, you better not be on no, it better not. He said a person in a white hat.
Have been
The person I see in the white hat is right here.
mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know. Whoever messages me, I don't know if that's the person you're talking about. But if that's what you're talking about, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about because I didn't see nothing. I didn't see what you're talking about. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this is a better angle right here.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
So you talking about the dude right there in the white hat, bro? That's not. So this person, this guy right here,
in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
damn. Yeah, I don't know. I think that I think that you're reaching. I'm not gonna lie. I think you're reaching like a motherfucker. I'm not saying it couldn't be a possibility, but I think you're reaching. Here's Dean Withers, the liberal soy boy who uses this dude right here. He used black people to make every fucking example for his liberal ideology, his democratic ideology.
Charlie Kirk is dead. He got shot at an event that he was.
God damn them teeth, boy! What the hell? I need to stop using God's name in vain.
Charlie
Kirk. What are these teeth? They having a meeting in your mouth. What the hell?
Kirk is
Them
dead.
teeth are ridiculous. Wow. Okay, somebody said Dean Withers got a black boyfriend. I wouldn't doubt it. Them teeth are ridiculous, though.
Charlie Kirk is dead. He got shot at an event that he was hosting in Utah. And I am sad, distraught. In fact, I just cried on my live stream in front of 250,000 people. My goal in this video is to tell you why I feel this way. If you want to end gun violence, it is something that you can never celebrate. It is always disgusting, always vile, and always abhorrent. It should come as no shock to yourself when I tell you that I think Charlie Kirk was a bad person. I've made that very clear over the last year, but does that mean I think he deserves to lose his life? No. Does that mean I think his 2 young children, who were in attendance at the event where he was shot, deserve to watch their father die? No. Does that mean I think they deserve to grow up without him? No. Does that mean I think that his wife, who was also there, deserved to lose her husband? No. And honestly, if you answered yes to any of those questions, there's a very clear line drawn between me and you. I don't want your support, and I don't support you either. We as a collective need to end gun violence, and if that phrase is negotiable for you, I believe that you're in the wrong. My thoughts and prayers go out to Charlie Kirk's friends, family, children, loved ones, as well as every single person in attendance at his event today in Utah.
It's one of the few times that I actually agree with Dean Withers. I don't think he should have lost his life. And I think that's terrible because he lost his life in front of his wife and kids. But them teeth, I don't agree with them teeth. Them teeth are ridiculous. I think I need to log off for a few hours. A Ryan and Charlie and the reaction from leftists is extremely radicalizing. And while he says stuff like this is the stuff that he posts. This is the indoctrination, or not the indoctrination. This is the contradiction in a lot of these people. The sympathy and this is why I say, although I'm a conservative, I will never get on board with this bullshit. Y'all have my word, because I know I got a lot of people who are conservative, especially black conservatives, that watch me, and y'all are so sick and tired of the Brandon Tatums of the world, of the Cartier families of the world, of the Hodge twins of the world, of the Jeffrey Meads of the world, of the Rob Smiths of the world. Y'all are so sick and tired of every single black conservative that comes along, and their whole entire rhetoric is just to shit on black people all day. I know y'all are sick of that. I know y'all are sick of that. And I promise you, I will never get on board with being an anti-black conservative. That will never happen. That will never be a thing. And I only will speak the truth. I will only speak the truth. And this is where I can't get on board with. So your sympathy and your care for anything is okay when it comes to people that you agree with, right? But when it comes to just seeing a white cop shoot a black woman that was charging at him, I guess, now it's all about, oh, it's just a self-own, it's not haha, and it's a joke. So you willing to put a black woman out there that gets shot by the police, which gets 14 million views on your page, but when somebody that you agree with gets shot, now it's a problem. That's the contradiction there. It's a contradiction on both sides. It's a contradiction when it comes to the people who think he should have got shot. It's a contradiction on the side of people who think like this. It's like y'all are both operating the same exact fucking way, just on two opposite sides. And a lot of people are just too fucking stupid enough to realize that shit. Y'all are too dumb enough to realize it. Y'all don't know that you are literally on the opposite side of exactly what you disagree with. You're just on the other side of it. You're just as a degenerate. You're just as delusional. I want them to die, but I don't want my people to die. They're saying the same exact thing, dumbass. You're no different. You're just on the other side of it. So you're lost and you don't see it because it doesn't affect you personally because you agree with this person. You're just too much of a fucking idiot to realize it. That is the definition of a contradiction. But I'm I'm the bad guy for calling though. Okay, I'll be the bad guy.
I'm not happy about this news. I'm not happy about this news. It's so unfortunate. Can I just send a message to this? Great idea, wrong target. No, but seriously, we're gonna be serious. It's so unfortunate when bad things happen to bad people. Who would have thought the man that made it his whole personality to hate on everybody that didn't look like him and have his same gender, that other people would want to... Y'all see that?
This nigga laughed like a witch from a video game. You gay niggas are ridiculous. This nigga laughed like a witch, like an evil villain woman from a video game. Do y'all hear this fucking laugh? Listen to how this grown ass man laugh. Do that not sound like an evil ass, sinister ass, villain-esque ass laugh? What is wrong with this gay nigga?
Y'all see that Trump said that we're gonna have to pray?
Michael Ruiz, you get it. Michael Ruiz gets it.
I hope them prayers do the same thing that they did for slaves, that they did for... No, but seriously, Charlie Kirk, shots and prayers.
Them laughs is fake too. These gay niggas are insane. Damn. Who this? Hold on. This a real page? Where's she from? Hold on. Let me see that. What? Hold on. Who this? Hold on real quick. We got to take a little detour. Hold on. I might have to. Hold on. Who this right here? Oh, she fine. She look like she Middle Eastern or something. It's a pro-black nigga in my chat right now that's gonna say she ugly because she not a black woman. It's a lying ass woke black nigga that's gonna be like, man, she ugly. She not even attractive for real, man, because she not black. Black women are beautiful. Black women are the most finest women on earth. But y'all fake woke niggas not finna sit here and act like she ugly and she don't look good. You niggas be lying.
Suspect in custody. They've released. Confirm the university. No suspect in custody. They've released that individual. Okay. And they're still looking for him. Do they think he's in this building? They're thinking this building right now?
No. We have cameras that show that he left campus.
Okay, shows cameras that he left campus. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Confirm.
Somebody said, be careful. Twitter be having porn. That's if you watch it. It shows me your algorithm if you watch it. Clearly, y'all see my algorithm is stuff I'm looking for content, and sometimes I'll be looking at some women. That's my algorithm. I don't be watching porn on Twitter, so it ain't gonna pop up my algorithm. My stuff is like sports, funny stuff, and like politics and stuff. That's really all my stuff.
Smoke today on camera, and looking at the shot, I can tell it was.
Somebody said even Dr. Umar will smash. Dr. Umar gonna tell that bitch to donate for the school.
So Charlie Kirk just got smoked today on camera, and looking at the shot, I can tell it was supposed to be a headshot, but maybe the wind or his coordinates was just a little bit off. But that was a very, very clean shot. One of the best shots I have seen in a while. And I know a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, well, you taking up for violence and blah blah blah." But this is what this man has been doing with his time, with his life, and it kind of comes back to you. And it's funny because I didn't see anybody that was arrested wearing gang colors. No Crips, no Bloods, no MS-13. I didn't see a brown person there, you know, so it's just very telling. It's very telling who commit these kind of acts and, you know, how life will come back at you. But yeah, Charlie Kirk is more likely dead. That was a clean shot. Yeah, that's crazy. I might be on RBN later. I might join. We'll see, but I'm definitely going to talk about this. To everybody out there, you know, be careful. Careful what you say. Life have a weird way of coming back to you, and always protect your neck.
You do got to be careful what you say.
Kids for gun control. Guys, isn't it funny that the same side that advocates for gun control is the same side that keeps shooting people over their political opinions? Like, when have you ever seen a Republican or a conservative shoot somebody dead just because they said something that
what the fuck is wrong with his eyes?
Offends them they disagree with? Guys, we're in a crazy point society. First it was Trump, now Charlie Kirk. People are getting killed for having certain views and opinions, and this is a mental illness. If you get so butthurt by what somebody says and somebody's opinions that you feel the need to go and kill them, you're mentally ill. And who's doing that? Liberals. When have you ever seen a conservative or a Republican shoot somebody for their views? Never. So this is a liberal problem. Guys,
there's been plenty of people who are Republican or conservative that have shot up schools and did mass shootings and killed somebody. Like, this is the logic. This is where it's like, bro, both sides are just two sides of the same coin of fucking stupidity, bro. Because like, you can use that logic. So there's never been a Republican that slaughtered his entire family. There's never been a Republican that killed somebody. Like, you're talking about a celebrity. Not a celebrity, but you're talking about somebody that's an influencer. So there's never been a Republican that ran over a crowd of people. There's never been a Republican that shot somebody in the head for no reason. Like, stop. These people are so fucking deranged. Oh my goodness, bro. These people are so deranged, man. It doesn't make it like, oh my goodness, these people are deranged. It's two sides of the same coin, man. These fucking deranged ass people is just ridiculous, bro. Thank you. Good. This is a good point. These people never get angry when they fucking people shoot up these schools. They never get this damn angry. Ever. It's so funny how racist not. And it's just like, I think it goes without saying. It's gonna be the same thing over and over again. It's just like, man, whenever something like this happens, if it's a white person, it's always the political party. They never mention the race. If it's a black person, they don't give a fuck about the political party. They blame the political party for making it happen. They blame the black person. That black man that stabbed that white girl yesterday or not yesterday, but the video that I posted earlier today that I reacted to yesterday, that black man that stabbed that white girl was completely wrong. The whole entire fucking that side of Twitter was literally talking about a race war that was about to happen. They was trying to get a race war. They were being radicalized. We need to go kill all the niggers. All the black people are just going around shooting everybody and stabbing everybody, and they all need to die. That was what was going on 24 hours later. They didn't mention nothing about a political side other than the people who were in charge who made things like that happen, right? That was the only thing that they mentioned. The people who are in charge that made things like that happen, right? And partly it's actually true. It's actually kind of true because a lot of these democratic cities are like that. The point is they only mention those things when it's somebody that's not white, or if it's really is black, not even a white. If it's somebody that's black, so they'll blame the black person and then blame the Democrats for creating the system that the black person operates in. But if it's a white person, they just don't even mention race. It's just their political side. They completely changed their tune. That is the contradiction in the I can't even, bro. I can't even wrap my head around that delusion and that degeneracy. I just can't. Damn, whoever this is, it was a professional hit. That's far, man. Yeah, 455 feet. That's far. That's a far shot. Yeah, that had to be a professional hit because you have to understand the wind speeds and the trajectory, and you're up a level, so you're shooting down. So you got to take in the angle, the bullet curve. You got to take in a lot of that. Almost 500 feet. Excuse me. Yeah, that ain't no joke. The same people that parade around George Floyd asking for a death penalty. I'm so glad Gladiator Channel, I'm so glad you said this. Let me just say this real quick. For any white person that's watching me right now, for anybody that's non-black watching me right now, black people, you already know. Why do y'all think that we think George Floyd is like a fucking historical savant in our community? Y'all have this obsession with George, and if it don't fly, let it fly. If you white in here, all white people not the same. If you white in here and if you don't do this, I'm not talking about you. But for some of you white folks, why do y'all think black people think like George Floyd was like our overseer? George Floyd is not a pillar of the black community. The only people that was propping him up for the most part was the fucking Democratic Party, trying to get us to get an emotional side connected to them. We didn't give a fuck about George Floyd. Not saying that we didn't give a fuck about that he died, because I think the way he died was terrible. We gave a fuck about that. But as far as this jokes and all of these memes that people been making of George Floyd over the last couple of years, as a slap in the face back to us, that doesn't make us angry because we're not obsessed with George Floyd. We don't have this like pedestalization of him. We never had and never did. Y'all are chronically on the internet. Most of you that have a negative disposition towards black people, you're chronically on Twitter. You're not talking to the average black person on an everyday basis. The only connection that you probably have with the black people is maybe you go into a restaurant and a black person works there, or a video that you see on Twitter of a out of context video of a black man or a black woman fighting inside of a Walmart, or a black woman messing up the cash register at a restaurant or something. Stop with this narrative that how you think about us. Like, I don't know why y'all think that we think how you think we think. We don't have this fucking affinity towards George Floyd. We think the way he died was wrong. We don't think that he should have lost his life, but we don't fucking have this like, oh my God, George Floyd, you were such a leader and a pillar of our community. I'm going to get a George Floyd tattoo. No, we don't. We were over it years ago. So I want y'all to stop with this nonsense and they like to say, well, George Floyd was shoved down our face all day on the internet. Not by us. That was the news media outlets. We don't run that shit. That's showing people. So we don't give a fuck about George Floyd. Yeah, we don't think he should have died, but we don't give a fuck about George Floyd. Fuck that nigga. We don't give a fuck about that nigga. It was allowed 0.1% of black people that propped it up by leftist white people. Yeah. It'd be like 10 black people that agree with something, and then all the alt-right accounts on Twitter would act like, look, yep, see, this is how black people feel. No, it's not. I'm smart enough to know that I don't even think a lot of white people even feel the way that all of these fucking alt-right white people believe. I know that there's white people that completely disagree with that. They're not even on that anti-black racist shit. I know some of them that's like not like that. I'm smart enough to understand that though, because I know how the internet algorithm works. Man, the way that they like allowing our name is just ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they think that we have this like affinity towards dude. We don't really care about George Floyd. Bro, not saying you're wrong, but they made a George Floyd statue. I know they did. Who is they though? That statue should be up. I agree. But when you say they, who is they? What I'm not saying is, I'm not saying that people didn't want him to, people didn't care about the fact that he died. What I'm saying is, when you say they, who is they? Me? Who is they? They isn't black people. Black people didn't create no damn statue. Black people didn't create the George Floyd statue, my guy. So when you say they, who are you talking about? That's not black people. You're talking about these liberal democratic shills who 9 times out of 10 are white liberals. White liberals are who you have an issue with, not black people. Black people are not the ones making George Floyd statues. We didn't, exactly, Zenth, we didn't make that call. Black people can't even make that call. We not the ones making George Floyd statues and murals and shit. That's the white liberals doing that. So who is they when you say they are doing this? Who the hell is they? That's the white liberals doing that shit, man. We don't control none of that shit. But again, a lot of you are chronically on the internet. A lot of white people are chronically on Twitter. So your mechanisms on how you think black people work, mechanisms isn't the correct word. Your idea on how you think black people operate and how you think we think is just completely off the rails. We don't think like the small percentage of what happens on the internet. If you went on Twitter, you would think that the average black person is tall like this, nigga. I always make this joke, but like, if you're a white person on Twitter, you would assume that the average black man tall like this, nigga. Where the hoes at, nigga? What going out, nigga? Where the weed at, nigga? We up with you, bruh. I say ask instead of ask. And what up, nigga, bruh? And we're up with that shit, though, dog. We don't talk like that. But let Twitter tell it. That how we talk, nigga. So, like, y'all have a very, like, incorrect assumption about who we are because all you see is viral videos of black people all day operating in a negative light. So that starts to cloud your mind on who we are as a person. I'm a 27-year-old black man. Why I don't talk like this, bruh? Where my switch at home, cuz? What's up with that gang shit, bruh, though, yo? Why don't I act like that on a normal everyday basis? Why am I different? Why am I able to articulate my words correctly? Why do I not talk like a thug, nigga? What's up with that shit, though? Why don't I act like that? Did you ever think like maybe there's a difference on how the small percentage and how that thing could be pushed over to the masses on the same Jewish media that you people complain about all day. Because everything is the Jews and it's all controlled by the Jews, right? Okay, cool. You don't think that's going to operate in what you see on social media and how it's portrayed on how we act and who we are? You think that the average black man is that man that stabbed that woman on that train yesterday or the other day? No, it's not. The average black man doesn't even have a criminal record. The average black man literally doesn't even have a criminal record. Not one. The average black man does not have a criminal record. But let Twitter believe it. The average black man is in a gang. The average black man got 30 kids. The average black man can't articulate his words correctly. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have a car. He doesn't have any education. All he does is abuses people and just shoot everybody all day. That's all black people do. He just shoot everybody. Like, get that out of your head and go the fuck outside, you weirdo incel. Go outside. Understand though, bro? Like, we'll all be like that though, bro. So Utah gotta do something different than that, yo. Like the fuck? Yeah, I mean, you have people that talk how they talk depending on where they're from, but again, Twitter will make you believe that like we talk with this very, very, very like, shit, we ain't do none of that though, bro. Like Twitter will make you think that's how we talk on an average everyday basis. Like that's yeah, cuz, what up though, yo, Kane gang boy, homeboy, yo, word up, son. And even like the fucking like memes that they make of us. Like, we don't even act like that. You're doing an extreme caricature of a way that we don't even operate on a daily basis. The average black man wakes up, goes to work, and minds his fucking business. But the small percentage of us gets thrown on the majority. Shit, though, bruh. Shit, where the chicken wings at, though, yo? And they think that the average black woman is the same way, just from the ghetto gang culture side of things. They think that's how we all operate. You go talk to the average black woman. The average black woman ain't doing none of that stuff that they like to portray that she is. Shit, chicken wings is good. And that's another thing though. Why is chicken's like a negative stereotype? Chicken and watermelon. That's like the stereotype. They act like we just eat chicken and watermelon all day. Like we don't eat anything else. We just see everybody. We just shoot everybody and we just eat chicken and watermelon all day. Let Twitter tell it that's all we do. Chicken and watermelon is delicious, by the way. So I guess y'all might be correct on that stereotype. But y'all eat more chicken and watermelon than we do. So I don't even know why y'all be pushing that. Like y'all literally eat it more than we do. And if you understood your history, you would understand that it actually comes from slavery. That stereotype is where it comes from. But, you know, hey. His family didn't deserve this. He should have not been killed. This is bullshit. So sad. I don't think he should have been killed either. But when you got to move correctly when you're speaking your opinions like that. You got to move correctly.